happens. Yeah. So in this video, basically you see this eagle, and it can take a flight of it can travel at the speed of 50 miles per hour. That is the speed with which it moves. It flies, and the prey is uska jo food hai, which is that down below. But this is a very beautiful video which is related to us, which is all these small animals which are about anything between maybe 100 grams to 250 grams, maybe ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 300 grams, but they still survive. And this eagle, which is about nearly 5, 10, 20 kgs or something, which has got a length of 6 feet or so, the wings which you can see, it is not always successful in catching its prey, in spite of having the speed with itself. Why? Why is that? Why does that happen? How does it happen? So that is the point I want to make here. We can go to the next slide. So what this video is trying to tell you is that we don't have to be always the toughest and big and tough to survive. And we can be these small. We are all very, very small entrepreneurs, all of us, right? How much? Something between 10, 20 lakhs of business to maybe 1 crore, 5 crores, 10 crores, 20 crores, maybe 100 crores of business. So we are all MSMEs, all of us. The reason why all of you are here is because we all know that networking is the only way to survive. And that is exactly, if you go to the previous slide, Mayank, that is exactly the way these animals, these small animals also survive. I told you that the eagle flies at 50 miles per hour. However, these small animals communicate and inform each other about the presence of the eagle or the arrival of the eagle at miles per hour. So the difference is at 50 miles this is traveling, but they inform each other at 100 miles per hour. The analogy which I'm trying to make here is that networking, all of us, for us, networking is so important that we should be able to create a network between us which communicates with each other, which at the initial stage, हमारे सतीश जी ने भी बताया था, our communication is very important. We have to communicate, create opportunities for. We survive the eagle, we survive the hawk. Next slide. Another one. So our network has to be smarter and faster than the hawks. So now let me ask you the question, why and how do we do it? That's the question I want to ask you. ये कैसे, ये ठीक है, ये बता दिया कि ऐसा करना चाहिए, लेकिन ये कैसे करें? Why should we do it and how should we do it? Anybody suggestions, please? Ideas? You're here for networking, right? इसीलिए तो आए हो ना? हाँ, tell me. Yes, go ahead.
Sir, firstly, know the requirement of to whom we will meet.
Yeah, so we are meeting here, right?
सबसे पहले अपना इंट्रोडक्शन इस तरीके से होना चाहिए कि दूसरा इंसान आपको समझे.
बिल्कुल सही है, बहुत बढ़िया. ओके.
उसके बाद बात में ये कि उसकी रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है, हम उससे किस तरीके से कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं.
बिल्कुल.
शायद मेरा माइंडसेट किसी अनदर पर्सन के माइंडसेट से ना मैच.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
क्या है, फिर कहीं ना कहीं कुछ चीजें पूरे बातचीत में और पूरे डिस्कशन में निकल सकती हैं.
बिल्कुल.
यहाँ पे एक पॉइंट पे हम एक दूसरे को टच कर सकते हैं.
So बिल्कुल perfect. So at all times our networking has to be, while we are doing business for ourselves, we also have to remember that we have to do business for everybody else. कहीं पे भी opportunity आए, immediately inform, connect, मिलाने का, get to understand the other person's requirement, other person's business, what is there in his business that can be useful outside. That if we are able to keep in mind at all times, we will be able to survive. And let me tell you one thing, 8 out of 10 small businesses die within a period of 3 to 7 years. Are you agreeable on that?
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yes.
Within 7 years, 8 out of 10 businesses die. The small business कर रहा हूँ. बहुत कम business होते हैं जो which will cross 50 crores, 100 crores, 200 crores and then cross the 500,000, 2,000 crores mark. The reason is that we are not able to create a network which will allow us to survive. You wanted to say something.
I want to say something. For networking or for connect, I want to just say one thing. First of all, we have to connect with the person, not with the business.
Correct.
When we connect with the person, later on it will naturally develop what are the surroundings.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I just want to say that just to connect with the person so that you can understand what you can help or what he can help you.
Yes. Yeah. And moreover, absolutely, what you're saying is beautiful. But however, सबसे important ये है, which I'm going to come to the next point, is that it is more important to be clear in our mind that I have to give, which Praveen ji keeps saying, देंगे तो मिलेगा. As long as we keep in our mind, we have to keep giving somebody, whoever is there in this group. If we are clear on that mind कि हमको देना है business, हमें create करना है opportunity. If we are able to keep that in mind, we will be able to do a fantastic network. It doesn't matter if the other person is able to give you business or not. That is secondary. That is not important. What is important is, can I give? That is what is important. Yeah, you want to say something? Yes. Go ahead.
मेरे पर्सनल बिहेवियर को एड्रेस करे, हाउ शुड आई बी बिहेविंग, राइट?
Beautiful.
और ये फ्लाइट बिजनेस को एड्रेस करे, आई एम लिटिल कंफ्यूज्ड बिकॉज़ अभी
Let me answer the next question, your question perfectly. Let's go to the next slide. You asked that question and here it is. Yeah, go ahead.
the best two thing you can give to anyone is your smile, which is free of cost, and the second, the most precious thing of your life is your time. So if you can give your time, you can leverage your smile and you can leverage your time, then sky's the limit.
बिल्कुल सही, बहुत बढ़िया. So answering your question, I think this slide should be able to answer this question of yours. बहुत perfect question है. And it is timed as though हम पहले से जानते तो नहीं है ना एक दूसरे को. कल हमने रात को prepare तो नहीं किया था. But then in any case.
And I'm taking it as a compliment.
Yes, it is. It is. It is. Thank you very much. You have supported my presentation. So we are talking about these four kinds of animals here. If you see, very simple thing. I can even send you this presentation. There are this baboon here. This is a kind of a graph, and there is this sheep, and there is a fox, and there is a dolphin. Dolphin, as you know, is one of the most intelligent animals in the universe, right? Rather, it is considered that dolphins are more intelligent than even human beings. They have got a bigger brain than human beings. I am talking about from a actual medical perspective. But notwithstanding, dolphins can survive in any environment in the world, any ocean, river, anything, ponds, anywhere, and they can survive singularly as individuals, and they can survive as a flock of school, as a complete group. And they survive in all kind of conditions, any sea, ocean, anything. Whereas in this case, this is exactly what he was talking about, is that what are we? And this is very important for this Uday chapter. The reason why I'm saying is, are we all who have joined together today to create this Uday chapter willing to become dolphins?
Yes.
That is the whole point.
100%. 100%.
Yes. If we are not willing to become dolphins, we will keep doing all this, we'll keep coming, we'll keep meeting, we'll keep doing whatever is required, fine. However, we are not going to reach the next level of the business or our own personal life aspirations. So what is important is, as he said, we will have to change our mindset. We will have to change our mindset from becoming what we usually learn outside, survival, some kind of actions like how a fox does, or like a sheep does, or a baboon does. What I'm trying to say here is that we have to become dolphins, and we have to remove the mindset of a fox, baboon, or a sheep. Is who? Sheep. I don't know whether you've heard of this recent incident that some about 150 sheep fell into a gorge just because they were following somebody. Yeah, they fell into that thing because sheep is very innocent, doesn't realize what the awareness is not there. Same thing with baboon. Baboon is a monkey which will kind of is good but will keep flip flopping here and there. Fox is a very, very smart animal, but it will not have followers. The biggest requirement of the trait of people like us is, in this particular group especially, if Uday has to grow and Pragati has to grow, then we have to become, all of us have to become dolphins. And that is exactly what Mr. Praveen and his team is trying to do. All right. So this is what stops us from becoming high performance teams. If we are a fox or a baboon or a sheep. But if we are clear in our mind that we want to become dolphins, I hope I've answered your question. Yeah. So we are talking about there is a cultural shift that we'll have to bring in this group. Networking is all about a cultural shift. We'll have to have a culture in this Pragati that it doesn't matter who gives me how much business. What matters is how much business do I give to others. That's it. All right. Next slide, sir. Yeah. So in front of you, you've got a sheet of paper. Please write down how will you become a dolphin and what are you going to do. This is a promise that I want from all of you, that you make a smarter and a faster network in Uday. In a piece of paper, write down whatever comes to your mind, 2, 3 points, 4, 5 points, 10, 15 points, and hand over, please. In Uday, what actions will you take to become a dolphin? What is your promise? It's no use doing a presentation or a discussion unless there is action point at the end of it, right?
How will you become dolphin?
Huh?
सर्दी हो गर्मी हो बारिश हो हम सब यहाँ मिलेंगे
Correct. Excellent. सर्दी हो, गर्मी हो, बारिश हो, हम मिलेंगे जरूर. Well, first, very good point. Very good point. Very good promise.
What is your promise?
What is the promise to become a dolphin? What is the promise to change the culture that we are used to?
पॉसिबल रेफरेंसेस एक दूसरे को देंगे
हाँ.
जिससे कि बिजनेस ग्रोथ होगा तो ग्रोथ की ग्रोथ होगी.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Very good.
Credible visitors.
Bring in credible visitors.
more socializing with different communities.
Yes. More and more socializing. बिल्कुल.
एक प्रैक्टिस शेयर करें कि हर दिन एक दूसरे का कांटेक्ट अपने शेयर पे नेटवर्किंग पे शेयर करें तो हर लोगों का पूरे मंथ में सबका नेटवर्क के थ्रू सबका बिजनेस सबके पास चला जाएगा. तो 1 मंथ में हम लोगों को जब मिलेंगे दोबारा तो हम लोगों को पर्सनली कनेक्ट भी करेंगे और उनके नेटवर्क में हम लोग जा पाएंगे.
Fabulous. बहुत बढ़िया. Bank, just take a slide one behind. Yes. Dolphin thing on the right hand side. Yeah. Just please read this. What are the characteristics of a dolphin? You just read this. Takes account of others. Listener empathetic. Open in sharing. Creative and imaginative. Likes to win-win and set goals. Visionary. Dolphins acting with integrity. See, look at the beauty of a dolphin. They always play a win-win game. Fox plays a win-lose game. So we in Uday and in Pragati have to play the win-win game. And it doesn't matter whether anybody gives me business or not. What matters is I give business or not. And let me bring a twist in this thing. It will take another 30 seconds from me. Like you said very well. If among us one dolphin starts keeping quiet, withdraws, does not interact, does not attend, does not do, what will you do?
What will you do, Praveen?
हाँ, आरटीवी करेंगे. बहुत अच्छा. Yes, very good. What else? Yeah.
नवयुगा हम आर्टिस्ट करेंगे
जी.
लेकिन जैसे डॉल्फिन से आपसे रोज हो रहा है तो डॉल्फिन अभी आपसे एक बार फ्रेंडशिप अगर उसकी हो जाती है और वो कहीं और भी चली जाती है लेकिन जब आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट होती है जैसे हमने उसका कोई फ्रेंडशिप होगा उसका नाम रखा अगर आप उसको आवाज लगाएंगे तो डॉल्फिन पट से ऊपर
आ जाएगी.
तो उसी तरह हम लोग हैं कि जब हमारी कोई रिक्वायरमेंट होगी हम कहेंगे कि हमारे लिए नीड है तो आप लोग जो हमारे सदस्य हैं वो एक डॉल्फिन की तरह जंप करेंगे. I am here.
Yes.
तो जिसको जो जरूरत होगी वो उस वक्त हमारे
सामने आ जाएगा. Yes.
ये चीज बहुत जरूरी है.
बहुत बढ़िया. Thank you very much. Wonderful, ma'am. Wonderful. So, last but not the least, just one promise that this Uday group and the Pragati group will, from now on, in addition to whatever we have discussed, one more thing, we will not hesitate to make other members of ours accountable for what they are supposed to do. Right? मान लीजिए हमने एक मीटिंग में आना है यहाँ पे और एक जना नहीं आ पाया किसी वजह से. Can we make the other person accountable? Can I ask, why didn't you come today? आप क्यों नहीं आए? Can I ask? Does everybody allow that? Yes? So we will make each other accountable. We will change the culture of this mindset that we come from. हमारे outside world से जब हम यहाँ आते हैं तो एक mindset है. उस mindset को यदि हम change करें, we will all grow together. Thank you.
Let's clap for